Hello, sweet soul, and welcome back to Brit's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we're not rushing anywhere. There's nothing to fix, nothing to chase, just a quiet story about love that finds its way when both hearts are ready to meet it. Once, in a place where stars were born from longing, there lived a flame. Not a wild, consuming fire, but a steady, glowing warmth. The kind that could light a room and make everything feel safe again. He had spent many lifetimes learning how to burn without destroying, how to hold his strength without using it to control. He carried a quiet promise within him. When I love, I will protect, not possess. And somewhere, in another life, another place, there was a thread. Soft, luminous, woven of feeling and intuition. She moved through the world with a deep sensitivity, feeling everything, seeing beyond what others noticed. But she, too, carried a quiet ache. When I love, I want to feel safe being fully myself. For many lifetimes, they almost met, passing each other in crowded places, sharing dreams that faded by morning, feeling something familiar in strangers' eyes. But the timing was never quite right. Until one lifetime, something changed. The thread, instead of searching outward, began to come home to herself. She learned to soften, not out of weakness, but from trust in her own worth. She spoke gently to herself, held her own heart, and in quiet moments, she would whisper, "The right love will meet me here, not make me chase." And the flame, he stopped trying to prove himself, stopped chasing things that drained him. He became steady, grounded, a man who could sit in silence, who could listen, who could hold space without needing to fix. And in stillness, he realized the right woman won't need to be convinced. She will feel safe with me. And then, one day, they met. Not in chaos, not in intensity, but in a moment so simple it almost felt ordinary. She noticed him first, not because he was loud, but because he was calm. There was something in the way he stood, something steady, present. She felt it in her body before her mind understood. Safe. He noticed her next, not just her beauty, but the softness in her presence, the way she carried herself, the quiet strength behind her eyes, and something in him relaxed. She's real. They spoke, slowly, gently, no pressure, no performance. And as they talked, the thread did something new. She didn't shrink, didn't overgive. She allowed herself to be seen. She smiled softly, met his eyes, and said, "I like being around you. It feels calm. It feels safe. Thank you." And the flame, he didn't rush, didn't try to impress her. He simply met her where she was, his voice steady and warm. "I feel that too, like I can just be here. I'm here." And something shifted. Days turned into moments shared. She would bring softness into his world, a gentle touch on his arm, a quiet laugh, a way of listening that made him feel understood. And he brought steadiness into hers, walking beside her, not ahead, not behind, holding doors, checking in, holding her hand in public places. Not out of obligation, but because he wanted to care for her. And one evening, they sat together in silence, the world quiet around them. She leaned into him slightly, not asking, just trusting. And he responded without hesitation, his arm wrapping around her gently, pulling her closer, petting her hair, holding her waist, ever so kindly, ever so gently. No tension, no confusion, just presence. She whispered softly, "I feel safe with you." And his chest rose slowly, heartbeat pounding, steady, his voice low and certain. "You are safe with me, always." He didn't say it to claim her, but to honor her trust. And she didn't lean into him to be saved, but to share her softness freely. They weren't completing each other. They were meeting each other whole. And in that space, something beautiful formed. Not fire that burned too hot. Not love that overwhelmed. But something steady, warm, balanced, alive. A flame held gently by a thread, and a thread supported by a flame. And if you listen closely, you can still feel it in the quiet moments when your body softens, when your breath slows. Love like that still exists, not rushed, not forced, but soft, built through presence, through care, through trust, through mutual respect. So tonight, you don't have to wonder if it's real. Just let your body remember what safe love feels like. Let your shoulders drop, your jaw soften, your breath slow, because somewhere, someone is learning how to meet you just as you are, learning how to receive them. And when the time is right, it won't feel confusing. It will feel like this: warm, steady, safe. And you will know you found something real. So rest now, sweet, beautiful soul, and feel that hope and faith will stay with you. Carry gently into your sleep. You are worthy of a love that feels like peace. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of a balanced, healthy love. And it is finding its way just as you are. Rest now, sweet soul. You're allowed to fall asleep with hope in your heart and joy in a love that exists. Shh, 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 shh. There you go. You're doing so perfectly well. Good night.